for the next hour. Very pleasant good morning to you and welcome.
Good morning, Mr. Williams, and good morning, Virgin Island listeners. The People's Choice Movement is here. My name is Karen Dickenson. Everyone knows me as Baba. And I'm here just to talk truth and to bring it to the populace. Bring it down to the point where everyone can understand. So I'm glad to be here again. The People's Choice is a movement by the public. And the public has called two individuals back to service. And for that, we started the write-in campaign for Kent Benair Sr. and OAKLAND BENTA. And let me tell you guys something, this thing is on fire. Fuego, fuego, fuego. Remember a few months ago, it can't happen, it ain't gonna happen, they'll get 25 votes, they'll get 75. But let me say this to you guys. I know there's some campaigns that wish they had individuals like me that is committed and dedicated to a cause. I don't do things because it's popular. I do it because it's right. And that is what came about after the community saw and heard the qualification and the skills, the wherewithal, the problem-solving skills that these two individuals possess. That is Kent Benair Sr. and OAKLAND BENTA. So let's talk a little bit about the writing process, and as we continue to educate the public. The writing is an opportunity where individuals, previous candidates, or anyone from the community can have happen. There's two ways. You can declare candidacy and you can run your writing just as how everyone else is doing their campaign. In this process, you have to spell the individual name the way in which they registered. Example, if they have a star over the I, if they have the E with two eyelash, you have to put that. With the way we're doing it, where the community asks these individuals to lead the charge, all they have to do is accept, sit back, and the community continues to run this campaign. That's why I have become the voice. I am no candidate. I am not aspiring to be any either. I am just the voice. And with that, you go, you write the name in. You either can use a paper ballot or you can use the touch tone machine. With the touch tone machine, you go on the side where it says gubernatorial candidate. Under the last name that is placed there, there's a blank box. You touch that box, it presents you with another blank screen, and then a keyboard comes up. You have a stylus pen, you spell the name out, but what we are finding happening is that Mr. Ben's name is not fitting. I don't know if they made the adjustment. But with that being said, all you have to do is put in Kent Benair Sr. name if Mr. Ben's name is not fitting in. So you just spell KENTBERNIER Senior, and then you press submit. On the paper ballot, you write it in, and then you enter it into the machine. People, let me say this. I am so proud to sit among Virgin Islanders who want to make a change from the status quo. And the status quo is what has been happening over and over and over. And the status quo only benefits a few, not all, like you, me, the poor, the sick, the marginalized, the stigmatized. It doesn't benefit us. Don't care what they say. You cannot continue to do the same thing and expect a different result. You're not going to wear a shoe tight today and put it back on tomorrow and expect that your foot ain't gonna burn you. Impossible. You have to make change. And we know change is going to come with doubters and detractors, because when anything is good to happen, that those who are benefiting don't want to lose their benefit, they're gonna come with detraction. So don't let it fool you. Don't let it fool you. So let's talk about a few things that is concerning to the common man. I ain't going over your head. Let me come right down to the ground, because that's the population that I serve. You know, yesterday we had a lot of talk about the GRS. And Miss Wilson came in, and a lady prior to her was speaking about the grief and the grief that she's facing. But remember, months ago, Mr. Benier and Mr. Benta so eloquently came on the radio and said it is not going to work. If you guys want to go back to the recording, go back. They said it's not going to work. And surprisingly, last Friday evening, I was listening to Radio 1, and there was a gentleman there speaking, and I thought it was Kent, because he said everything that Kent was saying, to the point, if my mind served me right, he said by 2025, we're back in the same boat. Kent told you guys that it was not going to work, and it is not working. We exploit our people at all costs for political expediency. And the problem that I have is that we continue to go around the neighborhoods. We continue to blast the radios with a mouthful of lie in the guise of appeasing the voters' heart to gain their vote, so they can continue to live the wonderful life, and we all live in bondage and suffering. People, the people's choice with the right in is to come and show them that the people is standing up to the ignorance, the suppression that they have caused on us, the abuse, the disrespect and the disregard that they have caused on the common man. But when it's election time, everybody have the best look and the best speech to give the public. The most t-shirt, the most big, the most of everything, and the least of care. People, I'm in the business of caring. And caring don't come with a price. Caring come with a heart. That's what it comes with. It comes with a heart. We stand up here and we talk about a better Virgin Islands. A better this. For who? For who? For us or for them? For us or for a particular group? We have seen over the years, it continues. It continues. And if we don't change the way in which we elect political officials, and I'm saying to you guys, let this be a new day in the Virgin Islands where political aspirants and political officials respect the constituents. And that is what the people choice is about. I am a very enthusiastic, determined chick. Very much so. And a voice of reasoning and a voice of encouragement. And I stand grounded with the people's choice as we vote forward to take back these Virgin Islands and give them back to the people. We have individuals, as soon as they get in power, they go on like they's God. Oh, they got too much of power. But power don't come by control. Power come with respect. Let us talk about a few things that we're going over and coming back. Let us talk about the island of St. John's. How long are we going to disrespect and disregard these citizens of the Virgin Islands? So they can feel like independent individual away from the connection of St. Thomas. They need their hospital as proposed by the Kent Benair and Oakland Benta team. The expansion of the road from Lambouche, so that in times of disaster we have an exit and an entrance. Allowing Canil Bay to be the annex where we can have schools. Can you guys imagine living somewhere where you have to cross over in case of emergency? And God forbid they go to the dock to jump on one of those boats and the motors just don't start. We can't imagine. We cannot imagine. You talk about birthright. There's no extension and family heritage currently in St. John's because nobody's really born in St. John unless they happen to be a home birth. We have the Whistling Key issue. And no one singularly addresses the issue of St. John. The Kent Benair and Oakland Benta team has been speaking out on that. Kent spent 30 years in St. John with his business, providing livelihood for families. So the people of St. John knows Kent Benair and they knows his work. Let's come closer. My St. Thomas sister and brothers, I ask you humbly to don't be misguided. Don't be misguided. Kent Benair and Oakland Benta is ready to hit the ground running. Last week, they spent the whole week and everything that they spoke about was the Kent Benair and Oakland Benta idea. The execution is a different thing. We have this new housing program. Why are we now asking our people to have a loan, have a mortgage, when we could have taken the CBDG money that the Tech to Texas, that is the people own, as Kent Benair and Oakland Benta stated clearly, to provide homes for ours. And within this program that they just roll out, I know it is not for the common man. It's not for the low income to medium income, because the average person around here in government is not making $40,000. So right there, you know, the program wasn't for you. They just want to roll out something. And when the young man was here, and Mr. Williams, he couldn't, Mr. Bisho, sorry, he couldn't explain. It is not for the average man. There's individuals who's living in a housing project and would want to lift up. And if this is what you were saying about home ownership, we offered you a program before to be managed by the PFA. We offered you that. But you run go and say about your rolling out program where these people gonna get these mortgage. And that money only fit a certain criteria of people. So most people ain't gonna get no home. People don't let it fool you guys. Don't let them fool you guys. Quite funny. We have all this money since when? And you wait until the last, as you exit. Yes, exit. It is like it's like people hungry for years, and you wait until the final to tell them, hey, look at piece. By the time they eat the piece, their belly so full of air and all the food that fall down and dead. That's what you're trying to do to the people. That is what you're trying to do to the people. Whopper. I heard them yesterday talking about something about the LBJ project and blah, blah, blah. I'm a product of LBJ. And it was some of the best time of my life. But here it is. You don't want to move the elephant out the room, that is a problem. But you're moving people out of the area. You know why? They say they're running this program since the young and they haven't come to fruition. But you put people out and have people homeless. Before you move the elephant, you're moving people. We need to move WAPA out of neighborhoods. We need to move them. You move the people. The Virgin Islands don't have any housing inventory to put them. You have the place desolate, looking horrible to the homeowners who are there, because LBJ was a two-part. You have the private homes and you had the public homes. They moved the folks out of the public homes, so those are eyesore, reducing the property value of those who have property in the area. And you want to put WAPA down there to take the sea view from the people. So we're not supposed to have niceness. We're not supposed to have niceness. Then you want to bring some other kind of development for they to only see the water and the blue crystal clear water. So what happened to your own people? We're not supposed to have niceness. We spoke about allowing the individuals in the project to own the homes in the project at $1. We can do a co-op and you can become homeowner landlord. Yes, it can happen. It has happened in DC. I work with a project doing that. It can happen. Housing is getting away from the way of housing. They're bringing in management company, or if you have a nice complex, they'll lease that from you. But they're not building any more project homes. That's not what they're doing. They're encouraging people to home ownership. But is there anyone out here with any strong campaign as it relates to home ownership for the lower income to medium income individuals? No. No. We talk about, again, the GRS. Can you imagine? From the time you're working, they ain't treating you good, up to the time you retire, they're not treating you good. And in business, you give to get. As a business owner, I have to treat my employees correct so that they can have a good product to show. We here in the government, we don't care about our lower employees. You don't send them to training. You don't give them resources. You don't pay them properly. So what do you expect of them? You send all those in position to training and they ain't coming back with nothing to offer to nobody to enhance their skills. When they go away to training, whether DC or whatever, because when I lived in DC, I see them, they sign in and they go shopping. They go Macy's, they go Nordstrom, they go Marshall. On the government dime, and they don't bring back anything to impart to anyone else. But you think that the lower line employees too less for you to be able to put them on a plane to go away and gain some skill to come back home to be better at their job. No, they're not important. But they're the backs that carry these governments. It's upon their back that these governments thrive. The ones you're sending to conference, they're not contributing. They're not contributing. Like yesterday, let me tell you what they just do in management position. I'm in the market yesterday. And of course, everybody know, I am committed to my support of this writing. We are committed. But I was there. And I was speaking to the ladies and all who was present, and I was speaking loud and saying support the writing, because that's who I am. I am a chip off the old block of my father, because he gonna campaign anyway. That's why I learn. And here it is, a government employee with a chauffeur from Public Works. Yes. Pull up in the government car to do her personal business. And I'm there speaking to my constituents. I don't work for nobody, I work for myself. And I'm speaking to my constituents about the right thing. Do the right thing and right thing. And this government employee in government car with a government chauffeur and government gas on government time gonna jump up and start to campaign. No! Stronger than ever. Vote number 1. You're wrong. You're wrong. And the reason why you can do that is because your leader does that. Your leader campaign up and down with the government money, the government care, and the government time. You're wrong. You're wrong. And I'm going to tell you now, since you want to trouble me, you see that fire list? Your name there on it. So take that. And when you see me leave, me all you who ball about shit baba. You see my name and no campaign shit. You see my name. Shit baba. Keep calling shit baba. I want to thank all who came over and brought the support over to the writing campaign. I want to thank you guys so much that your minds are being opened and your thinking is being clear as we move forward to November 8th. Rather forward to November 8th. Don't vex with me because I got the voice of reasoning and the common man like what I am saying. Again, I only wish I had one in your camp like me. Everything that the Benta team did, the fundamentals, we go through neighborhood and we stop and we speak. We don't run through neighborhood. We don't need nobody guard. That's to tell you you're afraid of the people, but you want the vote. Stop. Hear the cry of the masses. Hear the cry. Don't run through with this heap of nice. Stop. Listen to the people. And if you're going forward, you do it, good for you. But we did that with every neighborhood that we stopped to in the dark at night. And in neighborhood where others are afraid to enter, we did that. And we were welcomed with open arms because the people knew, or the people want to see what our elected officials are made of. We went everywhere and we treated everyone the same. We didn't drive through and come with these bright light waking up people like police. The time you spend on them trucks with bright lights, you should have taken that money and put light on the road so people could see. That's what you should have done. So what we do on street corner, that's what the People's Choice did in the start, because that's what I know. That's what I know. That's why campaign is about. Meeting the people, feeling the pulse, and looking into their eyes and seeing the soul of the pain that our government continue to impart on its citizens. People, we draw near. We draw near. We have an unemployment rate here at 9.7%. The highest, and we voting about 4 more years of nothing. The People's Choice is going to build bigger and build better, stronger than ever to move forward. That's what the People's Choice is about. It is a group of citizens, and we ask everyone who believe in this movement of changing this government and bringing it back to the people to join us. Join us, because it's not going to stop here. We're going to be the pulse and the eye of on this government, and the ignorance that we do to our citizens who carry the weight and the power in this community is going to come back to them. I want to say to the people with the blue roof, under this amount of rain, I could imagine the amount of towel and mop and bucket that you guys are utilizing as we speak. They can't put on roof, but they want to build house. People think about the ignorance that is going on. You can't maintain a home that is presently standing, but you want to construct new. People think. It doesn't make sense. Don't let them mama guy and papi show you. No, not for vote. Their house ain't leaking, you know. Their house ain't got the map to map up. It is us, the 1,200 plus blue roof that we have out here. But here it is, you talking about initiating new program to build house. This government don't maintain, that's how they gonna build. And I know in that building is somebody getting something out of it. People, don't be fooled. Don't be blindsided. Take those wolves off your eye. As you hear my voice, sit down and think about what I'm saying to you. I have nothing to come here to lie about. I have no reason to send no wrong information. Because nobody can pay me and nobody could buy me. And I stand firm where I'm at. I don't jump like cricket, jump here, jump there, jump here. No. I stand firm in my belief and my conviction. I don't do things because it's popular. I do things because it's right. And nobody could convince me when I stand in my belief. People, as we move on to November 8th, let us go and do the right thing. And write in Kent Bernier, that's Kent Bernier Senior, and OAKLAND BENTA, OAKLAND BENTA. You wouldn't regret. You would not regret. And going forward, we are going to start to do the same thing. Let us look for our elected officials. Let us pick them. Let us handpick them community so that they can be accountable to us. And even midstream in their jobs and they're not doing right, we march against them and tell them get up out the seat. That is what we need to do. We are around here playing joke. We are around here playing joke because you got some cocaine, cowgirl, and other kind of thing going on around in this government. This government is gangster. And you want to watch the little man on the street. And you want to penalize them when you're the one who's supplying them with what they ain't supposed to get. And then you want to lock them up. We got justice around here that is justice for some and not justice for all. We have the marijuana bill on the medical side that was approved that could overturn conviction, and up to now no one, because they want to keep you oppressed and suppressed. And they ain't no better. They're committing worse crime than are you. But they are around here walking and standing in authority, and people supposed to bow to them. But Miss Catherine's son or Miss Johnny's daughter get in trouble. You got them all over the newspaper, all over TV. And we got individuals in government raping and stealing from the government daily. When you're ready, you give them a pat on the hand. Where they walk with government money. Every day they defraud the government. Every day. And we wonder why our community is the way it is. Because we have leaders who are more gangsters than the man under the tree. That is why. And we expect them to do better. Huh? We expect them to do better when we can't lead by example. People, don't be blindsided. Do not be fooled. And finally, the big problem in the Virgin Islands, the hospital. I have one question. One single question. What is the problem why the modular can't come online? That's my question. One question. I want somebody to call or answer the public. You ain't gotta do it now and say we're missing 2 screw, a flange, a pipe. That's what we need to know. What is the problem? Because the money is there, the workman is there, the plans are there. What is the problem? What is the problem? Maybe a common man out on the street could come and help you. That's all I need to know. What is the problem? We're missing piece of plastic, piece of paper. What is the problem? That is one. The other part of this question is, why can't we get the bathroom within the hospital working and the air functioning properly? That is my question. And come and give us the answer, because that's your job. When the public asks you a question, you're supposed to answer, not when you feel, when they ask. And this is what the people's choice is about, being persistent and determined to get the answers that the people need. Answer the question. What is the, everybody talking about, oh, it's going to be fixed, but nobody's telling you what is the problem, why it's not fixed. We're talking about workforce. We don't have workforce. So what happened where we live? On a farm? Human being is workforce, so you reach into these young men that you complain about. Show them that somebody care. We have the complex down there and wherever to give them training. Reach into them. Find out what's going on. Okay, we will give you training and you have a national certificate. I think we have the NCCR, where you can provide training to them. As you said, Hess is getting to come on the third quarter of the first quarter of the first year. So you answer that. Go and get these young men. What are you guys thinking? For yourself, you're sending money to Texas. What we doing? Send no money. We know if bring the money back, bring back the people money. And everybody sit down and just allow things to happen and don't say anything. So they all are culpable. We talk about agriculture. No one is saying anything about agriculture. While we continue to see these kind of foods that we're bringing in here, the agriculture department isn't helping the farmers. Give me a piece of land, but we don't have water. We talk about clearing these waterway and bringing veins down so everybody can have water. We are a group of individuals that believe in our community, that believes in these territory. And we ask more Virgin Islands to come on board so we can take back our home and bring it back to the place that we all knew of dignity and pride and happiness and harmony. I sit here as the voice of the voiceless, the voice of the poor, the voice of the disenfranchised, to ask you guys, let us change the direction and let us change the behavior and bring government back to its masses so it can be masses over classes, and let them sit and wait until the number is called. We cannot change the direction of our Virgin Islands unless we have everyone sitting to the table. Not like what they just say, the heavy investor. No, the gunman, the drug man, the thief. Everybody need to be to the table, because I can't talk about shooting if I never shoot. You can't stay Eastern and tell me what a man down in Shabbat, Red Brick or Kennedy need. One of them have to be to the table to represent. Because everything that we have going on in these Virgin Islands is cause and effect. You continue to suppress and oppress. It's like putting a man in a dark room for days. And when you bring it out to the light, he still can't see. This is what our government does to our people. And for a few months, of a year. Every 2 years when an election come, you want to force everything down people's throat. No, people, we're smarter than that. We are. And the people who are out there championing the ignorance is because they're benefiting singularly. They don't care about me and you. They don't care. They care what they get. And that little group get while you, me, and others suffer. That's why I beg you, I ask you for your support for the writing of Kent Benair and Oakland Benta. The day these guys drop, corruption sees, and no one is talking about it because they're fearful, because they're part of it. Who need to go in Golden Grove or Federal Pen? They need to go. Now we don't afraid to address that. We're not. Because we're not part of the cabal. We're out here to save the life of the poor and the average citizen who is here trying to struggle and scrape every day to survive. That is what we're here for. That is why I take my voice and reach it out to the people, because I'm telling you, I don't want nothing. Need a first lady helper, need a cleaning woman by government house, need a consulting. I don't want nothing. I want a better home for all. And with that, Mr. Williams, we will entertain any call that is on your board, and whatever question you have, I will try to answer to the best of my ability, because I'm no candidate, but I'm going to tell you, stop harassing me. I'm not running for anything. But if I come on these radio next week and say, Baba running for writing, I will show how your writing can work. So leave me alone. All right. Thank you.
Okay, caller, go ahead.
Good morning.
Miss Dickenson, good morning.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good listening to you, Miss Dickenson. You know, I like to hear you. I love to hear everything you say is the gospel truth about this wicked, deceitful administration that we have today that perpetrating criminal behavior on the people of the Virgin Islands. It is the truth.
It is so true.
Yes, ma'am. So we're reading out of the same book. We're reading off of the same page. But we just in different paragraph. I love you, man. We are on the same tip of the spear. You know, the spear them that have the diamond shape.
Right.
We just on different side of the diamond. But I love to hear you ask for an answer to a question, particularly the hospital and the bathroom issue inside and outside the house. The disgrace that it is.
So let me. Can I interject? Can I interject a minute? Thank you for your call. Hello, sir? I
want to answer the question.
No, but hear what I'm saying.
Okay.
Speed it up, because we try to get as much call and we have limited time.
Okay, let me get straight to the answer. The answer is that the system inside the pipe them collapse. If they try to dig it up, they can contaminate the whole hospital. And they don't want to tell the people them that they will never fix the bathroom issue. What they need to do is open the modular, just like you're saying. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. So with this caller, here it is. I guess he has skills or insight or whatever. But we were offered a floating hospital. But because we look at political expediency and not the care of the individuals, we would rather to kill our country and kill our citizens. So we could say we do, and you still ain't do. The common bathroom you can't fix. We'd have had the floating hospital out there and everybody would have been care. Whether it was Mr. Williams bring it, whether it was Mr. P bring it, whether it was the man by the corner bring it, it was for everybody's use, including you, because you could get sick too. Huh? Yeah. People think.
Oh, my God.
Yes, caller, go ahead.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Williams. Good morning.
Good morning, caller.
How are you doing? I totally agree with you. They say we're doing better and whatever. That's not true. And we always have to wait until the people then cry out so badly that they say they're doing something. The highway is still in a mess. GRS, I found out it's not completely fixed. It says fixed. A lot of things that they say is fixed is not fixed. Our youth are killing each other, and we don't have anything for them. Our school, we start up our school, and all this money that we gain, and we still back to the same situation. How is it we're doing better?
I can understand. You know, as a child growing up here, it was the best days. And I guess you can attest to that too. It was the best days. We didn't even know we had money because we had so much joy. We didn't know we didn't have. Our school is underground. Underground. And for individuals here today to say that they can come and fix when you're in the position to correct, and you haven't done so. So you can't correct what you want to start new. I can't understand that. The team of Kent Benear and OAKLAND Benta, we have plans that we are ready to hit the ground running the minute we get in office. Now when you talk about economic development, and Carla, if you don't have another question, you have the line open, and I thank you so much. Thank you. When we talk about economic development, yeah, we may have some that has come in, those payday loan company and IT company. The people don't see that. Let's talk about tangible economic development, things where people could see and touch and feel. Talk about that, where we can know that we having hope and the government don't monopolize the workforce and everybody trying to get in the government and burden down the only income that we have is the government. Kent Benear and OAKLAND Benta want to be able to have economic development so people have choice. That they don't have to burden down the government. So people have livable wages. So they don't have to be working 3 and 4 and 5 jobs. They would have to do that if they choose to. People are working out the neck. You have people in government working for years and there's no lateral movement for these people. And you bring all kind of flunky to supervise over these individuals, and they have to ask these individuals question on a daily basis as they sit in management position. We don't value our people. We only try to value them when election time. People, yes, don't let your vote go down. Good morning.
Hello?
Hello.
Good morning. I'm a registered Democrat.
Yes.
And I would like you to answer that question. Must I vote for the entire slate, or I can vote for who I would like to vote for?
Mister, you can vote for who you like.
Because I'm a Democrat, so I have to vote.
It doesn't matter in this
that
election.
or whatever.
It doesn't matter in the it doesn't matter in the general what you're registered and who you choose to vote for. But I'm saying to you, when it comes to the gubernatorial slate, I ask that you go and you write in. It's not on the board. You write it in. At the bottom of the group of gubernatorial team, there's a blank space that says write in. You touch that. Any space like that, you touch it, it's going to highlight, and then it will bring another screen up. On that screen, you have a pen, and you type in the name of Kent Benear Senior, Kent Bernier, Senior, and OAKLAND Benta, OAKLAND BENTA. Thank you. Good morning.
Morning, darling, sweetheart, sugar plum, and your
Auntie girl.
You alright?
I am good.
Okay. Well, I'm a Democrat, and I stay a Democrat. Because you know why? My president is a Democrat and he's fighting for us.
Good.
And I have some of them, they say we dirty Democrats. But how can you say we dirty when you getting privilege from United States? We depend on the United States of America to give us what we want.
But
we're not independent, and we cannot be independent.
Marilyn, let me
I
say
know.
this. Let me answer you, and I am not upset with who wants to be what, because I know you walk with my dad them. But when it was a Democratic Party and it stand for the people, and we got this misunderstanding. A lot of people have a misunderstanding, especially older Democrats. Biden is a Democrat, yes. But the Democrats that we have here don't stand for what Biden stands for, Marilyn. They don't stand for it. Democrats in the United States don't behave like Democrats like here. But let me say this to you.
Brian never fire none of the my people. And if some of them is pulling them over.
And like I said,
give him another chance and he will fix everything with the money that doesn't have much left.
Thank you very much. Somebody I need to call. Let me say this to all the Democrats. I am not here to tell nobody who to vote for. What I'm here is to ask you for your vote. Let me answer this next call. Yes. Good morning.
Hello?
Yes, good morning.
Morning. Let me say this. Respect you. I love you. I like your fire. But I often say St. is who will carry over this election. And they seem like some of the things and if they want to check it out, they could go in the book that Mr. Herbie Atley wrote and see that it was made prominent minority of the president. So they need to come. These who could do the damage in this election. For you, Ms. Karen,
not for me, honey. For us. Not for me.
Yes.
Karen could stand on her own. For us.
Then we don't be frustrated, want to say things and say one thing. So thank you for the courage.
I thank you too. And I agree with the caller. My St. Jonian brothers and sisters, yes, they have left you guys out and forgotten about you because they feel that your vote don't count. But I want you to come with a resounding voice of opposition on November 8th. I beg all who is registered in St. John to come out and vote. And I tell you, the People's Choice will never forsake the St. Jonian. Go and do the right thing. Do something different. The way they treat you, the status quo over and over, try something different. We ask for your support, St. Jonians, as we think it is time for St. Jonians to stand on their own and be independent of the service that they provide for their own. Thank you, caller.
Okay, got another caller. Go right ahead.
Good morning.
Good morning, Ms. Dickenson. I'm just calling to let you know that I definitely agree with everything that you've said thus far. I'm a Democrat, but however, as you stated, I feel as though like the candidates that we have under that party does not care about the Virgin Islands, and I definitely think that this right-in campaign is the best choice we have as a people as we speak.
To change the trajectory here and the direction. And I thank you for your call.
Okay, we have another caller. Go ahead.
Good morning. Hello,
Yes,
caller.
hello?
Good morning.
Yes, I go come in the radio and say the governor is a thief. You ain't arrested for the same thing?
Hello. See, that's I was waiting for. I be in jail now. But me ain't thief nobody money. So if you coming for me, come good. Come good.
Okay.
We don't be in jail.
We got another caller.
Good morning. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, and how are you, Ms. Dickenson?
I am wonderful.
Thank you so very much for your enthusiasm for us as citizens of the Virgin Islands. Thank you so very much. You remind me of, like you said, the good old days. I grew up in Shabbat. No, people don't even remember Shabbat. So I grew up right next to you in LBJ.
Correct.
Thank you so much for your enthusiasm for our citizens and for the Virgin Islands in particular.
And
You mentioned something about home ownership, that people who still live in public housing will be able to buy their unit.
Yes.
Can you expand on that?
So the proposal that the Benta Beneer team have is for us to bring these housing communities into co-ops and the individuals that are there to sell the units to them for $1. Right? So then they will become owner landlords, because now you farm a corporation with a board and stuff like that, and we'll help you set that whole project up so that these individuals can own their own home. Some people have already paid for, some people have living housing project for 60 years.
My mother is one example.
So we will create that program, and it can happen because I'm telling you, it happened in DC on a program that I worked for. So these are the things that we have proposed for our individuals to empower our people. So thank you for your call, love.
Yeah, thank you very much.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
And support the writing.
Next caller, go ahead.
Good morning.
So these are the things that we have proposed.
Hello.
Hello.
Good morning. Can you turn your radio down, please?
So thank you for your call.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you.
And support the writing.
And don't listen to your radio. Just go ahead and talk.
Good morning.
Good morning. So these are the things that we have proposed.
Do not listen to your radio. Talk in the phone and turn your radio down.
Good morning, Baba. We just got to say we support you. We love everything you're talking about.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I love you. I love you all the time. I love you.
Thank you.
One love.
Okay, we go to another caller. Caller, go ahead.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm I'm still one of the people that are making up my mind about who I give my vote to.
Sure.
However, and I'm not even going to I don't have a preference one or the other yet. However, with the Benta Beneer team, I think I would appreciate it more if they would come to the people themselves instead of sending people to speak for them. I would prefer to hear them on a more regular basis talk about what's there, because they're the ones looking for the right end. They were the ones on the Democratic ticket. They should come out and address the people themselves and let people know what they stand for. All of the teams have people that are campaigning for them. However, we're hearing more of people talking for them than the candidates themselves. So I would appreciate them coming out more often and talking to the people, because they're looking for one of the highest, they're looking to get the highest office in the land, and I think that they need to be out there and put themselves forth for the criticism, the concerns, and everything. I would appreciate if they did that more. Thank you.
You're welcome. So, and thanks for the call. However, let me inform the public. When the community asks an individual to come forth on a write-in, it is the community that speaks, because the community asks for that. If they came in as a declared candidate, like the others, then they can afford to come forth and speak. They can't do that once the community has come and asked them to represent. So the individuals or the community that asked them to do so is who have to come out and speak for them. They can't do that because they didn't ask to come back in the race. The community called them back. So the community has to speak as to what they want, what they see the needs are, and what the representative that they chose to call back in the race offered. That's the reason why you can't hear them on radio or they don't come out.
Okay, we got another caller. Go right ahead.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Do you not listen to your radio? Talk right into the phone.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. How are you, sir?
Okay.
Good.
Yes, I mean, I agree with you 100%.
Thank you.
These older Democrats, they don't understand. These people who in power now, they are not really Democrats.
Correct. The
They don't really
Democrats.
care about Democrats. Because that's why they have Democratic Club and they have all these other clubs that are going on.
Right.
They don't understand. These people is a new breed of Democrats. They don't look out for people. Like how John Bell, Ruby Rose, them used to look out for the Democrats. They don't. So they must understand that these are not the same type of Democrats that's inside here right now.
Right. They play.
Thank you.
They play along to get along. You see, people who truly understand what's going on with these political parties. If we so had a true Democrat, we wouldn't have had a primary. We would not have had a primary. And people jump out. If you're a true Democrat and you feel that it's not working for your party, you come up and stand up and challenge. You come up and stand up and challenge. Okay, this is my Democratic Party and we got a leader that ain't working as a Democrat. I come in to challenge you because I could do a better job and I want the behavior and the dynamics and the play of this Democratic Party. No, you don't run away. True Democrats stand up, and if we had the parties fractured, I could stand here and stark it. The party is fractured. And the party is only there for some, so this ignorant but who's true and who is false Democrat. That ain't how it go. The ones who are there, they got all kind of Western Club, Eastern Club for self-serving and self-grandizement to feel they're important. Why they keep the people down and down and down, want to feel important. But somehow you're going to be wrong. You're like dog scratching bone. Wait, because I've seen it happen to the best.
We got another caller. Caller, go ahead.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
How are you?
You know, for a long time now, more than 12 years, I've been looking for 3,000 missing ballots.
Exactly.
Nobody else seemed to be interested, but I just hear you earlier and on a couple other occasions mention it, which is very important. We have an election system that cannot be trusted. Now, for several years, I haven't voted because I know they're taking my vote and using it against me. Now, with this new thing that you're coming up with, the write-in, it gives me an option that I feel that my vote can be more secure. So I coming out this year for the first in a long time to write in. And anybody I voting for, I write in a name.
Thank you.
It's obvious that this system is corrupt, it's run by a bunch of criminals. I won't say all of them, but a set of them in there. It's criminal and it has been proven. And thank you very much for having the courage to come out and stand up the way you're doing right now. Have a blessed one.
You do the same. Thank you for your call. Listen, as the caller said, and that's the importance of the right. Nobody could thief your vote. They can't thief it. They can only thief what they have programmed in the system.
And we have one more caller. Caller, go ahead.
Good morning. Caller?
Okay, it seems that caller is no longer there. Okay.
Yes. That is part of the writing situation too. Your vote is your vote. We run in a system where we say one man, one vote. We have to the voting machines in St. Thomas wasn't tagged and sealed. They weren't tagged and sealed. So anybody can manipulate the system. They say we got 6,000, 8,000. My people tell me some days the voting centers ain't got 10 people going to vote in St. Thomas. And the open mic said, the hot mic, he done say, I done win St. Thomas. I ain't worrying about that. Or something to that effect. So we and St. Christ got to come out overwhelmingly, and I talk to you people and St. Thomas, go and do the right thing. Do the right thing. Go ahead, Sinclair.
Okay. Okay, and you've been listening right here to the People's Choice Movement. And of course, the time that has been utilized has been paid for by the People's Choice Movement. The time in our studios right now, it is actually 13 minutes before the hour of 11 o'clock, and we will be right back right after these messages.
Join the People's Choice write-in for Kent Bernier Sr. and OAKLAND BENTA for election reform, paid for by People's Choice. Join the People's Choice write-in for Kent Bernier Sr. and OAKLAND BENTA to end corruption and mismanagement, paid for by People's Choice.